was talking about, what he has said when I've been, in many conversations I've had with him, including just 2 days ago, he and the president see this as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, not just to put dollars into education, we've done a lot of that, but to place them there as levers for real change and lasting change, and maybe try to tip states into doing things that they might otherwise have postponed. I think it is the latest one that we found. We look back at least a dozen years or so. So it is a little different in that respect. And I've had to make a few changes since I drafted the speech, in December, basically. But I don't think it won't be dramatically different than what I'd have given on the first day. I'm happy to say that there's been some progress on some important issues already. And I'll be giving a lot of credit to the General Assembly for things it's well along toward doing. Bill, local government modernization, the CAPS. If I'd given the speech on the first or second or third night, all that work would have been ahead of them, but as it happens, they've done some really good work on a variety of fronts, and I'm going to be glad to commend them and celebrate. Sometimes we just want to stay out of the way and let them do their job. And I will just simply observe, as I did, that they're doing a pretty good job on a number of fronts. I think some observers have been surprised. Let me say this. This will be part of the speech next week. I've always taken the view, this is our third short session, that any tradition that those were do-nothing sessions ought to be left behind, that we can't skip a year. And my impression is that even though this is a short off-year session, that some really important work is going on and may well be completed. So I don't want to interfere with it, and when they're doing so well, I'm trying to stay out of the way. What causes it? It's results always that matter to us. And I'd like to think that they simply want to continue a hot streak of reform that Indiana's been on. And everybody's gotten with the program. But if there's some political calculation in it, that's just fine. If there is, by the way, it just means that Hoosier voters are calling for continued motion and progress and reform, and that's terrific. Well, we're all about jobs. The state speech will be largely about that. The real jobs program for this state is to distinguish itself from other states, to keep spending down, pay our bills on time, keep taxes down while the rest of America is raising them. Every time we do that, we become a little more competitive. And we are seeing, as recently as today's papers, companies under pressure consolidating into Indiana because we're a better place for jobs than anywhere else. That's the jobs program. Now, if you like spending public money on infrastructure, we're your team. We're shattering the all-time record again this year, thanks to the toll road transaction. And so if the Speaker has finally caught on what a great boon that was for Indiana, then we're glad to have him as an ally. Very pleased to see more than one additional idea about township government emerge in the House. And I want to give credit to Representative Crawford, Representative Delaney. Just think of two who've advocated these supplemental or alternative approaches. We offered a bill after lots of consultation with stakeholders that we think has a good chance of achieving consensus and passing. But if there are other ways to get at the very same goal or go beyond the proposal we've made, I'm all for it. And can I make this point to those, and I understand those who have been skeptical that we can address this very difficult problem. I think I'm correct. This is the first time the House has passed on its own motion anything dealing with the Kern and Shepard recommendations. That's a really important step forward, and I want to commend them for it. And I think there's a great chance that it can be blended somehow with the similar proposal that's already come out of Senate committee. So I'm very encouraged. We remain very concerned. January will be a very telling month. The target, as they attempted to forecasters attempted to spread it across the months for January. It will probably be much harder to hit than December. And and January is a big month. It's the Christmas sales tax month. It's a month where withholding quarterly payments come in or don't. So it'll tell us a whole lot more. We haven't, certainly there was nothing in December that gave us any cause for relief or any cause to doubt that we have to continue trimming spending anywhere we possibly can to stay in the black, stretch our reserves all the way through the budget cycle. A little, but you know, a pleasant surprise is nice, is welcome these days. We've had plenty of the other kind. I'm speaking economically, not about the legislature. So I'm really thrilled, I am. And sooner the better, but looks like it'll be sooner.